Hi there, and welcome back to Stronger After the Storm. I'm Dougie,
And this episode is called
Friends Just Don't Understand, and How to Keep Your Close Circle Involved. When I first came home from the hospital, I expected life with my mates just to carry on as normal. A bit of banter, the usual meet-ups, the odd pint. But pretty quickly, I realised something had changed. Not just in me, but how I think they saw me. Here's an example. One of the first times I saw a mate after my heart attack, he looked at me and said, "Well, you look fine. Must be all sorted now then, eh?" Now, I know he meant it as encouragement, but it felt like a kind of pressure to me. You see, inside, I was still carrying fear, exhaustion, and a mind full of questions. Things were still very raw to me. That moment reminded me. Most people simply just don't get it. They can't, unless you've lived through a heart attack. That pain, that trauma, the ambulance, the masked surgeon and the very hands-on team around him. The trolley, the lights above the procedure and not knowing what the hell was going on. And if you'd even survive whatever the hell was going on. Then the hospital nights and the silence that follows. You just don't know. Here's the thing. Friends struggle because they haven't been there. They don't feel the panic when your chest aches. They don't know the anxiety that wakes you at 2 o'clock in the morning. They don't see the battle between wanting to be the same man as before and realizing you're not. You never will be. And for men, especially, there's that unspoken rule. Keep it light, laugh it off, don't go too deep. So sometimes friends, they do pull away. Not out of malice or anything like that, but out of awkwardness. They just don't know what to say. So they say nothing, or worse, the wrong thing. I've done it in the past, and I'm sure you have too. We've all been in that awkward situation with mates. Here's what I've learned. You can keep your circle involved. It just takes honesty in very small doses. Instead of forcing myself out when I was exhausted, I started saying, "Nah, not tonight, lads. I'm really knackered." Instead of hiding the anxiety, I'd admit I still get very nervous when I push myself too hard. And I did push it hard, trying to be okay, trying to be normal and fine. But it wasn't good. The next day I'd wake up with great fear. It would last for days. I knew I had to find a new way. A walk through the day and at night instead of a pub crawl. Cutting down on the late nights. Sometimes just a phone call for a chat instead of going out and pretending I was fine. Those small things, those small changes made a difference over time. Here's another truth. You don't have to justify yourself to anyone. It's okay to say no. It's okay to rest. You have to learn to say no. And the mates who really matter, they'll understand. They'll stick around. It just takes time. Sometimes your circle shrinks, and that's okay. But it also strengthens, and you discover who's really there for you. If you've had moments where you know your friends just don't understand, you're not on your own. Share this episode with someone in your circle. Please let it start a conversation. Just keep it short and be truthful. And remember, each week I write reflection letters, honest thoughts straight from me to you. You can join them at strongerafterthestorm.com, or you can follow me on Facebook. Friendships after a heart attack don't have to fade. With honesty, small steps, and real boundaries, by saying no, you can keep your circle, and maybe even find deeper connection with your mates than before. Don't miss my next episode when I ask the question, what will my family do without me? Why we worry about others more than ourselves. Let's walk this road together. This is Stronger After the Storm. I'm Dougie. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you next time.